Hey you.
Me?
Yes, you.
What up?
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level?
Hell yeah!
GLM Designs can help you with just that.
Word?
From laptop skins,
You lying?
promotional flyers,
Yo, son!
promo videos,
I need that!
OBS Twitch overlays and backgrounds,
Hey, yo, let me get that!
professional one-sheets, and so much more.
Oh my god.
Please visit our
I'm on
website,
it right now!
GottaLoveMeWorld.com today to check out our designs.
Got it!
Follow us on social media at Gotta Love Me World.
Follow it!
GLM Designs are here to take care of all your graphic needs.
What's good, folks? What is good? What's popping with y'all? It's a brand new week. So you know what that means since it's brand new Wednesday. So let's get right into it. A brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I'm your host, Jay.
And I'm your host, Pocket. And guess what? As promised, we have a special guest today. None other than coming live. His show just ended, by the way. The Child.
Sorry.
Again?
We got to reschedule
Man,
him.
look.
I'm sorry,
man. Here, just sit back, have a drink. Here, have a drink. Be cool. We know your show just ended. You got plenty of time. We'll get you on.
So we have a very special guest in the building. The one, the only, T-Quest herself is in the building. What's good with you?
You boy. Me? I'm what's good. How y'all doing?
I know that's what's up. It's been a minute. I know we did an episode of Discussions with Jay. Great episode, but we needed to bring you on What's Good today and get this popping.
Thanks. I'm ready. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mr. Pocket.
Hello. Thank you, T-Quest, for blessing us with your arrival. Although we are missing -1, aren't we?
I think he'll be joining us a little bit later.
Yeah, you know what? Let me do that Buffalo Wild Wings call for a minute. Hold on.
So what's been on with you, T? I know there's been a lot that's been going on. What's been up lately? I know you got a lot going on.
It's definitely been a lot going on, especially with the major move across the country, you know, coming from Connecticut to Indiana. Now I'm in Florida. So just getting adjusted to the Sunshine State is a job within itself, you know, and just into the crazy weather. They got 20 different seasons out here. So it's definitely interesting. But at the same time, you know, the show must go on when it comes to the GLM world. So still doing radio, podcasting, journalism, and of course, the graphics business is booming. The consultations helping people elevate within themselves, and their brand is doing great. You know, every time we see clients doing what they do and elevating, just like being a proud mama, seeing my babies blossom.
Now, that was a whole mouthful in itself. Let's break that down. So you said you're a radio personality, right?
Yes. 10 years, baby.
10 years. So how did you break into radio? Let's start with that.
Okay. Well, it started out me just something like this, but not virtual back then, but being interviewed on a show. And they said I had a great voice and a personality, and have I ever considered doing radio? And I was like, hell yeah. And next thing I know, they made a few calls. They taught me how to use they told me what equipment to get, how to use it. And then I would literally on my own. So me starting out, I was the personality, the DJ, and the program director all at the same time for a 2-hour show every week. But having such a strong foundation, it made it easier to maneuver every time I had a different situation when it comes to radio, whether it's at home, college, FM, digital, etc.
So did you start out in college radio, FM radio, or?
No, it was digital radio. I actually started at.
Okay.
And I was the only one in Connecticut, a part of the company. So if anything went wrong, if someone didn't answer the phone, I was stuck.
Wow. Well, that being said, we have one more person, one more special guest. Hold on. I know he about to interrupt me. Here we go.
Wait a minute. Is that true? Must be halftime. It's got to be. Let's hurry, get him.
We got the one, the only,
DJ Nino.
Take that.
I'm jealous of that intro.
Are you jealous? Don't be jealous. You know what I'm saying? Don't be jealous. What's going on,
poppin', DJ?
Jay Pac? Get.
How you been, bro?
I've been fantastic, man. I've been fantastic. Let me turn.
So
it
I
up.
understood you liked it and you put a ring on it. Is that what I remember? I heard sometime
Oh hell
ago.
yeah! The ring is there. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Blend that out.
We gotta go.
She flossing. She's
Yeah, floss
flossing.
that. Floss that. That wasn't
Okay.
cheap. You know what I'm saying? Floss that. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you guys this: since we brought you, how did you guys meet? Did you guys? It wasn't like how? Let's just start there. How did you
Yeah, go
guys
ahead.
meet?
You tell a story, Chris.
Well, you know how it is when it comes to meeting new people. You know, we was always social media friends because I network with a lot of people in the music industry, but it really came together when we were on Zoom during the beginning of the pandemic because we were part of the same DJ coalition. And at random stuff, like we had a meeting, I heard a deep voice, and I was like, "Who that?" Right? And then it was Nino, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then just doing things with the coalition, different events. We did an R&B DJ cafe, and I needed to talk to the person in charge who did the flyer and everything, and this happened to be Nino. I'm like, "You think you could do a flyer so we could do an R&B cafe?"
I need to speak to your manager. I need to speak to your manager now. I mean, like right now.
But yeah, just working together in the coalition, and what really brought us together is when it came to the support of the song that I put out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're an artist too. That's one thing that they don't know. So not only do you wear these hats, but you're an artist as well, right?
Yeah, I be spitting bras and all that. Little
So-
something.
So let me ask you guys this. Maybe Nino can answer this one for me. Okay, yeah, Nino, this is specifically for you. What was it about her that you was like, I gotta get that?
Well, real talk. It didn't start like that. You know what I'm saying? It basically started. It basically started. I mean, there's a lot of other people that wanted that. I wasn't even on that. At first, you know what I mean. It's just you put the joint out. I was like, yeah, I like that. I went out and got that. Went out and bought the song. You know what I mean? Real talk. I didn't really think about her in that way for I don't know, couple month or so. You know what I mean? And all that happened, when we started working on things, you know what I mean, together. You know what I mean? I was like, genuinely just trying to be helpful, genuinely just trying to be a friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't. It was no other, things that I wanted. You know what I mean? But I saw her work ethic. Yeah, facts. I saw her work ethic, saw the way that she did things, and we worked well together. You know what I mean? So we started working even more together, and then them phone calls turned into more frequent phone calls. You know what I mean? Then they turned into longer phone calls. You know what I mean? And then it was like, oh, what up? You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
So you yourself are an entrepreneur in your own lane. Tell the folks here what you do yourself, Nino.
Yeah. My main business, I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying? DJ, video DJ, out there. You know what I mean? Currently, I always got to talk about myself. Currently, the SEA Blend Skill DJ of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Got to say that. Currently, the Fleet DJ's Mixtape DJ of the Year. Last year, the Mix Show DJ of the Year. You know what I mean? So I actually do this. You know what I'm saying?
That's
For real, for real. So I do that, and then of course, as a team, as a collective, we got the graphic business going on. We got the radio stations Now
Stations, plural. So there's multiple.
stations going on.
On it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throw that S on that piece. You know what I mean? We had the Gotta Love Me radio. We
How did
had
God
that
love
for a
me
minute.
start? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. That's Quick T Quest. Talk to him.
Let me tell you, babe. No,
See,
he's like- it all started from a slogan, over over a decade ago when I was first starting to really put my foot to the pavement. I had to get some business cards, and it was like a space on my business card. I'm like, what should I put there? And I'm like, maybe like a slogan or something. So I just randomly came up with "Gotta Love Me," and then I just started living by that slogan, "Gotta Love Me." And then I started doing "Gotta Love Me" Mondays. Then I started having my crew, and then it's just positive affirmations I would give to my team to let people know, like, in order for people to love you in the right way, you gotta always do the right thing. So it just helped people stay on the straight and narrow. And then I actually turned it into my brand name. And then, I always wanted to own a big corporation. I said, the more that I do in the fields that I love, the more I can help people. So it started with one thing, led to the other, and then I just tapped into different things, like writing and photography and comedy, like whatever in the entertainment world, entrepreneurship world. And then when I met my partner in greatness, we just took the brand to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So y'all are starting an empire.
Yes, of
The
and why
only way
not?
course.
to do it. Only
Why
way
not?
to do it.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I know Pocket got one of the questions you want to ask you real
Oh,
quick.
you gonna let me get one in?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ooh, yeah, spicy one.
We trying to be, but
Well, I've been over here chilling with the child, so me and him having a side conversation. I'm trying to calm him down before we take him out.
anyway, go
But
ahead.
so all this talk about, you guys got this empire started, but what has been your biggest inspiration? Like, because I'm quite sure there had to be something that made you say, I want to do that, but I want to take it to a higher level.
Yeah, good question.
Well, it just started about what I was doing, and then I met Nino, who helped me take it to another level. You know, Jay, I'm not sure, Paga, if you are an artist too, but I know Jay's an artist. It's a lot of things that we have to do on our own until we find the proper team to back us. And for example, one of the things is graphics. I used to pay people to do my graphics every time. I used to be when I was a promoter. I used to throw shows, so I invested in getting my flyers done, artwork, etc. And then after a while, I'm like, you know what? Let me learn this myself. You know what I mean? I do everything. Let me learn it myself. And I started using certain programs and everything just to get my foot in the door. And then I definitely wanted to elevate to using like the big boy stuff like Photoshop and stuff. And that was cool. And then once I met Nino and he told me he does graphics and everything. And then I'm like, well, teach me. I didn't want him to do it for me. I wanted him to teach me. And then we got on Zoom, which is the best thing ever, especially since the pandemic. And he was teaching me things, and I was put into work like immediately, which impressed him because the one thing you don't want
Facts.
as a teacher or whatever is to talk to someone, teach them things, and it just on deaf ears and they don't apply it.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of that, let me piggyback off that. Nino, what was your inspiration as far as from a graphic aspect? What made you get into that lane? Because you're known as a DJ now.
Yeah.
To the public, you're more so known as a DJ, right?
Yeah. Well, it was easy for me. That's back when I was doing mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? And back when I started doing mixtapes, wasn't a lot of people doing covers. You know what I mean? I wasn't driving up. The people from my area, I was from Jersey originally. You know what I mean? And real talk, there was nobody in that area who did good graphics. Everybody that was doing mixtapes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's facts, though. All
I
the
know I'm
people
from
that
Maryland.
wanted,
I know exactly what you mean, man. I'm from Maryland. I know I've seen some of the mixtape covers. Like, who did this for you, mom?
yeah,
With a
facts,
crayon or something?
facts. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing what I call them Microsoft Word mixtape covers. I'm like, yo, son, I ain't putting nothing out like that. You know what I mean? The people that did them well was in New York. You know what I mean? And that was about a 2.5, 3 hour drive from where I was from, and it was hitting people up for like 100 plus for them joints. I'm like, all right, y'all got one from me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit there and learn how to do this stuff. basically I looked and see what other folks was doing. I'm like, I don't even know this, but I'm sure I can do it better than that. And I basically taught myself how to do Photoshop because I was doing mixtapes, and I started doing them so well that now I got all other mixtape DJs coming to me to do their covers. You know what I'm saying? So then that became like a nice little side hustle because I had the South Jersey area on lock for a minute. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up.
that's what started me. You know.
So let me ask this question real quick, and I think you're going to know where I'm going with this real quick. As far as the peaks and valleys that you see in business, being entrepreneurs yourself, what keeps you guys going?
That's a great question, Jay. Um, what really keeps me going is just thinking about all the time I've sacrificed to bring my dreams to reality. I sacrificed my whole 20s, not really. Well, when I went out, I got paid to go out, either performing or hosting and stuff, but I never actually just chill. And I knew secretly a lot of my friends just wanted to hang out, not always worried about a show or an event or a studio session. So I sacrificed all that. And it's one thing that I live by is I work hard now so my future self can have a better life. Because she deserves everything and then some. She deserves, like, look, I want to go and rent a yacht this weekend just to get a little tan that I don't need. You know what I'm saying? Just to have that option. So that's what really motivates me because we always talk about generational wealth, but a lot of our families, we don't have that foundation. So if I didn't come from that foundation, I'm going to start that foundation.
And that's one thing that we talk about on our show constantly is creating.
Tanning?
No, not tanning. Creating that avenue of that generational wealth.
So not tanning?
Nino, same question to you. What's your motivation that keeps you going even though you hit those peaks and valleys?
Yeah, being on that yacht with her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, daddy.
All right. I know what you talking about. I'm talking about what they talking about. My guys
You
was
know what I'm
records
saying?
today.
Yeah, that's my motivation. You know what I'm saying? I basically want to get to the point where I can do and buy what I want. You know what I'm saying? Not what I need. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. I want to get to that point. I want that. I can get that and don't even think about it. Period. That's where I want to get. I'm not there yet, but I'm motivated to get there.
Awesome. Now, what I want to talk to the people with you about is the fact that what we're looking at here are two business owners, small business owners that have multiple streams. We talk about this every week, how people talk about, the economy. Now, I know you guys are affected by it, but you have not chosen to lay on that laurel. You have chosen to motivate and keep motivating yourselves and show people that no matter what the time is, no matter what's going on, if I can do it, you can do it. So I wanted to bring that to the people as well. I showed them that, you got two people that came from two different areas and now are on the process of building an empire who.
Next power couple?
Yeah, we can put them there.
Yeah, I'll say that.
We're there.
I'll put them above Russell Wilson.
Oh, no, she said we're there. She said
We're there.
there.
Thank you. We're already in the hashtag. Thank you.
She said hashtag we there.
Facts. That part. Hashtag dynamic duo in effect. You know what I'm saying? Take that. Yeah, but on the real, sometimes the path can be a little rocky. You know what I'm saying? Because when folks learned of this power couple, certain people just fell off. They like, I ain't fucking with it. I ain't messing with y'all no more. You know what I'm saying? Just because we coupled up. You know what I'm saying? So that was an interesting
really
transition.
talk about that. Like people started falling off because they recognized the power couple.
Well.
It was more the fact that Nino and myself has a lot of fans and admirers, right?
Okay.
And
Stalker?
in their mind, they're hoping that they're the one for us. So once they saw that we were together, they
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
strong too.
"What?" Because
Yeah,
they started feeling
Oh,
uncomfortable. And we just started working together. And you started doing the show. And you seen us a lot together. But they're like, they're in different states. It's nothing. But once we made it official, I told Nina, I felt like the stock dropped. Because so many people. It's funnier now, but in that moment, as a human being, it still stung because people I thought was my friends really wasn't. People, even though I know a lot of my fans had crushes on me, but when you're actually a client too and you're affecting my bag, now I have an issue with you. Because we even lost big clients and
facts,
contracts
facts. It is
just because
facts.
they
over
found
other
out
That
we
is
were in a
facts.
relationship. And
Yep,
all of a sudden, they're like, yeah, some other things came up. So
facts. That
after
is
this
that is very true.
quarter, we'll figure some things out, but we'll keep you guys
Yeah,
posted.
that is
All
facts.
energy change. And I'm just like, wow.
Yep,
Not that they had a chance, but
facts.
wow.
Yeah, what was crazy about that situation? Um, because when they didn't know we were together, you know what I'm saying? We were the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Like
gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But soon as it became known, it's like you know what? I'm like yeah, okay. Then we hear whispering that they telling other folks. You know what I mean? And other folks are telling us what's going on. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So that
So
was an interesting situation.
that is, and we see that it's almost. Did it feel like it was a stab in the back, kind of,
It
sort
was.
of?
It was.
Well, it was. It wasn't. I felt like it. It actually. It
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 was.
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 It
Gotcha.
was.
Gotcha.
It
Yeah.
was. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're burning the bridge on all levels, friendship level, business level. Now it's to the point you look at everybody's side, like,
Facts. That is very true. That is
are
very
you
true.
really rocking
That's
with us
crazy. I'm sorry
or
that
what?
that actually happened to you
Yeah,
guys.
that is
Like
very true.
you
But
hear
at
the
the end of the day,
story.
it's their loss,
True. Facts.
because you came to us because of our talent,
Facts.
and our personal life shouldn't be your concern. But for the fact that you had a
Exactly.
crush and your heart was broken, you just rather just part ways, and we see their empire breaking down.
Facts. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like
Well,
we
there is
see,
a saying when you're backed by God, and I'm just going to
Yeah,
leave it at that. So,
hallelujah.
that is
You better
very
talk
true.
about it, brother Pocket. Yes,
Yeah,
God.
that is very true. That is very true.
when he's
Don't get them started. T Quest, don't get them started.
when he's in your corner, all right, I'm not doing that.
No,
But
but
it
so
is what it is.
just to transition real quick, one thing I want to talk about that you guys do that actually inspired me and helped me as an artist as well. You guys do what they call a sip and sing. I want you guys to talk about. She
I'm
laughing.
glad you asked. No, because that's like our baby. It's our baby. The Sip and Sing is an event that I came up with during the pandemic because a lot of us was taking advantage of doing events virtually. And since at the time I was the manager of the R&B division of our coalition, I wanted to find ways for us to bond and to build. I don't want to be one of those people like, yeah, you sing, you rap, we can help you, and you don't back it up. Like, we're the type that we put in the action. So we came with this event, and since it was R&B, like, let's cater to the R&B singers. Let's get on Zoom. They sing for us, and if we like them, we gonna rock with them. If the stuff is done properly, you know what I'm saying? We'll put in a rotation. We'll do an interview. We'll help them. We'll give them some marketing tips, to let them know that everything doesn't have a dollar sign on it. Some people don't mind being in your corner, and this is your time to actually talk to us because Nino, when you in a club, you ain't got time to have a conversation with a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the perfect time to talk to them. Everybody's at home in front of their computers and in front of their phones. Why not take advantage of it? But it's a beautiful thing because it's still going. It's still going strong. And that was another thing that bonded us even closer because Nino got another confirmation how great I am. You
That's
want to
facts, though.
elaborate?
No, that's facts. That is facts. You know what I'm saying? But the Sipping Sing is great because it not only do we hear, you know what I mean, from underheard artists, you know what I mean. It also we also put them in a place that will help them, you know what I mean, because there are other radio station owners on the call, you know what I mean. There are other artists, there are other producers on the call, and it basically allows them the opportunity to network. You know what I
I
mean?
like how you
Because
call it underheard artists. I just
yeah,
wanted to point that out.
facts, yeah, yeah, because I love putting a light on underheard artists. You know what I mean? Period. You know what I mean? I sit there now since we started the R&B station. You know what I mean? I got a whole, you know what I mean? I got to open my ears, differently. You know what I mean? Now, especially now since the rap scene has kind of changed, since a other rappers singing on their songs, you know what I mean? So
They
I'm
can't
like,
sing. You got to mention that. Every other rapper that can't sing is singing.
yeah, well, auto tune is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing many other different things now. You know what I mean? But I'm searching out, those artists who, are not getting the proper shine, and I'm giving them, a chance to shine on, our station. You know what I mean? So that's how I like it.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned R&B. I just got a question for both of y'all. How do y'all feel about the quote unquote evolution of music now? What is your take on it?
What's their face, Quest?
That's a really good question, Mr. Pocket. At the end of the at the end of the day, just like everything in life, it has to evolve. So life evolves, music evolves, even all the genres you have to evolve. Right now, if you're being specific about like hip hop and R&B, because that's mainly our culture, it's the young kids doing a thing. They came out of nowhere during the pandemic and just took over the industry. They was at home bored like what? No, I need to find a way to get back outside. So they just took over and they're just doing their thing and they're just having fun, which is cool. But I tell other artists, if that's not your thing, it's okay. Just continue to be authentically yourself because the music that you actually want to produce that mainstream may not be highlighting or certain social media sites may not be highlighting. Trust me, your demographic, your market is out there waiting for you to produce those tracks. So mainstream may play this, but that's when we do things like the sip and sing and interact with different artists. Like we want to hear what you got regardless. And if we
Besides the
like it, we
sipping
can rock
scene,
with
you
it.
guys do a lot when it comes to the community and other artists as well. Touch on that. What do you guys like outside of the music? What do you guys do?
Like community outreach.
Yeah, exactly.
For the That's a great question, Jay, Mr. Pocket. We do a lot of the stuff that most people forget to do. For example, when it comes to the artists, things like your EPK and your one sheets and your DJ service packs and clean music, because eventually, no matter where you are in your field or in your profession, it's going to come up that you're going to need it. So instead of waiting then until people you get back to them, it's best to already have it because someone is going to ask. And it's the same thing we do with entrepreneurs too. We do consultation calls with them. We just have a conversation, see where they are in their business, where they stuck, and how we can help. We give them marketing tools and different things they can do, tactics, how to tackle social media, what to do when it comes to your market in your area. And it's crazy if they pay attention. And if they do the work,
Say that one more time for the people in
if
the
they
back because I
pay
don't think they hear.
attention, and if
Uh-huh.
they do the work, they'll definitely see some great results. And we've seen it from a lot of our clients, from seeing artists come from just
Yep.
doing interviews to going on tours. People that want to start a business to actually getting a key to their building. It's just incredible things. But you can chime in, if you want.
No. What I say, and I tell one of the things I tell artists, you know what I mean. Make sure you have everything, not to give a DJ or a program director an excuse not to play your music. You know what I'm saying? I tell people that all the time. You know what I mean? I say real talk. you give me an excuse not to play your music. You know what I mean? That sometimes I may have a reason not to play your music. That's different. You know what I mean? But if you show up, you don't have a clean version or whatever. Now I got an excuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I can't play it. Even though it doesn't matter because that person really doesn't have a platform to play that music. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't have, there's a lot of things that I tell people. Never give DJs excuses. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of DJs out there who are literally looking for a reason to tell you no. You know what I mean? Lot of DJs, some of them jerks are gonna be always like, "Ah, it's garbage." There's people like that. Then you listen to their music, their mixes, you're like, "Nah, your mixes are garbage." You know what I'm saying? So just listen, just listen. Don't. I say this all the time. And when an opportunity is presented to you, be ready. You know what I mean? I tell artists all the time, send me the clean version. I like your song. Send me your clean version. I can get it on the station tonight. 10 days later, I ain't heard nothing from him. Guess what? I don't care about this song no more. I'm dead serious. I don't care about it anymore. You know what I mean? I tell you, send it back, send it to me tonight. I get it on the station tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear nothing back. Guess what? I don't care anymore. You know what I mean? I've had artists come back to me, yo, you playing a joint. I told you to send me a thing. You never sent it to me. Oh, my bad. Then I'm like, then some of them hit me up. I'm like, I don't even remember who you are. Honestly, I don't remember who you are.
So basically, moral to the story is don't shoot yourself in the foot if an
No,
opportunity comes across you.
no,
Or
no, no,
no, be
no.
prepared at all
If
times.
be
That's the
prepared,
moral. Be
be
prepared.
Stay
prepared,
ready
be
so you don't
prepared.
have to get ready.
And stay
That's
ready. Real
Yes.
talk. When I'm telling you, I'm dead. I'm dead serious. When somebody who you can you can check. You know what I'm saying? You can look and see that your song is being played. You know what I mean? When somebody is telling you, an artist, especially, I tell it to the artists all the time. If you want your stuff heard, you know what I mean. Just be ready. Just be ready because there's been artists that gotten back to me and are like, yo, I appreciate that you played my songs. You know what I mean. I appreciate that what you've done for me. You know what I mean. I'm not. I know there's a lot of people who talk to some of these underground artists who are underheard, as I like to call them, and they say, yo, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna put it on a station. They ain't got no station. They ain't got no club. They ain't got no traction. They don't have no impact on whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I can put your song on several stations. You know what I'm saying? Several stations. Um, Take
Which you
advantage of
have
that.
done. You've done that for me. Thank you, and I
Yeah,
salute you for
facts. Yeah,
that.
that is very true. That is very true.
No, like facts. Like when it comes to everything that we're talking about, and what this power couple can do, folks, I want you to understand that this is not a joke.
actually, let's stop right there. You said can do.
Will
Will
do.
do. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
have
yeah,
done.
and
Amen.
have done it, and it's going to
Yeah,
continue to do.
yeah, and
How
continue to
can they
do.
reach out to you?
Talk to him, Quest.
I'm glad you asked, Mr. Dub. They can. We're on all the social media platforms. Correction, the main ones. Like Facebook, Instagram, IG, Snapchat, Twitter, OnlyFans, whatever. But you can find me at TQuestGLM, and then we started a new social media for the show at the T Quest Show, and of course at DJ El Nino, and just talk to us, contact us. First impressions is everything. You know what I mean? Just talk to us what you need and what you're trying to do in a respectful way, and we can make magic happen. We can have a live testimonial right here from J Dub. He's a living witness. Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? That we here. All you gotta do is have a conversation, and we can see how we can organically help.
Now, one question I do want to ask, since from where you guys started to where you're at now, where do you guys see yourself in the next 5 years? What's the plan?
Married.
Yeah, yeah. It's factual information.
You said it
And
like he got the game. We gotta go to the game.
Yeah, it's factual
Yes,
information.
I'm just being real. I'm gonna say married, and everything that I've been wanting to do my whole life, I'm actually now doing it on a higher level.
Nice.
because of DJ El Nino. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's nothing like having the right partner and support in your corner to not just talk about it, but to be about it. But everything, we're taking everything to the next level. The radio station to the next level. The graphics business to the next level. We design shirts and merchandise, like everything. You know what I'm saying? Like we have the one stop shop, and we have things under our umbrella, and the traveling team and the book clubs. We going on a cruise next year for the book club. Shout out to Winnie's Escapes. It's gonna be super dope. So if you guys want to go, just let us know. But
Nice plug. I like it.
hey, you already know. And then we got some books and tours. It's just taking everything to the next level and being the poster power couple to let people know that if you have a dream, long as you stay focused, it can come true, or just design your customized version of it. Because a lot of people are like, well, I want to be a singer and I want to be a dancer and I'm not gonna get there. I'm like, if you can pick up a mic or if you can use your gift now, guess what? You're a singer. If you can spit a bar right now, guess what? You're a rapper. You're already living your dream. It's just I don't know, but be
So,
realistic.
Nino,
Yeah,
same
yeah. I think you
question to
may need a
you.
battery on that piece. I think your mic may be
Y'all
on
can't
there.
hear me,
Hear you
Now
now.
we can.
Hear you now.
so y'all didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, we heard it was a little choppy.
Oh, see, I wait to the end and tell me it's fine. Can Nino finish it out?
No, no,
I love them too. I love them. Like now, Nino, same question to you.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't forget the question. Now, she done.
Five years from now, where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh, five. Well, of course. In the next couple, we gonna have that official ceremony. You know what I mean? But on the real, I want to be in a position where I don't really have to think about what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? Where everything just is in place. Now I'm building things. You know what I mean? I definitely want the radio stations to pop off. You know what I mean? I want to be more out there with my DJ game. You know what I mean? The wars are cool, but I want to start getting that money again. You know what I mean? So I need to get back, into doing that stuff again. You know what I mean? And I want us to become even more of a one-stop shop for some of this stuff because it's cool going to other people, um, but I want to be able to do all that stuff. I don't want to go to other people for much. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to do all that we need to do.
So, folks, again, I want to talk to the people watching. Thank you for watching today. If y'all didn't know, we have special guests. Our graphic designer, you didn't even say that, man. Seriously, you slighting our graphic designer, the one and only T Quest, DJ Il Nino. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
I like how you
It's
say
like
his name. Anyway,
But
so
we want to tell people that. So as you see, our product is
byproduct.
a byproduct of theirs. Like we don't necessarily
Yeah.
work under them, but we work with them, and we support y'all. Obviously, we want to support
Yeah,
y'all
that's right. See, you got that. You see the fancy
because I'm going to need a
bling
graphic
bling.
for my yacht here. So I'm going. Y'all got to help me out with that.
Oh yeah, there it is. All right, hit us up. We can do yachts. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So
well,
let
remember
me.
what we said? We said we want to be in a position that if we wanted to, we're still not gonna spin recklessly.
Facts. There.
We
That
don't
is
do
very
that.
true. That is
You
very
know what I'm
true.
saying?
That is very true.
But it's nice if you wanted to, you
Yeah.
could.
So what's one thing that's on your bucket list that you haven't achieved yet?
Well, with me personally, I've been performing for almost 20 plus years. I've traveled, I've done everything, but I have yet to produce a full T Quest album.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I
I mean, I
didn't
used to
know
perform
that.
about 3, 4 times a day. You know what I'm saying? But I've never actually produced a complete T Quest album that's out there for the people. Like out there, out there. You know what I'm saying?
Folks, I think
So
that's an exclusive.
Actually,
I don't think that's been.
I got a question behind that. Have y'all ever done an album together?
Ooh.
I guess you're gonna have to stay tuned.
Yeah, that part
Ooh.
coming soon. I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah,
You
Okay.
understand?
yeah.
Because I'm the queen of love, and I've been inspired to do some songs from past situationships, but those are just songs. My baby getting a whole album. Okay?
Okay.
And I will be that rapper singing my own hooks. I don't care what y'all say. Put me in a melodic group.
Do that. Do that. Do that. So I can throw it on the R&B
You
station so we get
understand?
all the spins. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Do that.
I'm
You
done
know
with
what I'm
y'all.
Run it
saying?
up. Just run it up, right?
Yeah, facts. Facts. We put them on both joints. Put them on
Facts.
JLM. Put them on the QRB. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
keep mentioning the radio stations. How many do they have? And is it for other artists that are watching or listening right now? Are they able to submit music to you, or do they go into a pool, or how do you guys make your selections in regards to what you play on your station? Because I'm assuming your station, you're full control of everything.
Yeah, yeah. I can put whatever I want on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. If you're an R&B artist, you know what I mean. I don't. If you spin them hard bars, I don't. I can't do anything for you. Maybe T Quest can. You know what I mean? Or God Love Me Radio. She give you a shot over there. But we on.
The way he did that kind of, he already shot him
He's
down.
like,
Real
oh
smooth.
yeah, no, I can't do
but
that. I
maybe
can't
she
do no,
can.
but maybe she can. I
Yeah, I
love it.
can't.
J Dub, no, he's been on Gotta Love Me Radio. He
It's
be spinning
facts.
them bars.
Hey,
So
Yeah.
no,
yes.
hey, and facts on to the people that's listening. I have legit. They have helped me generate money. Like
See?
they're for real, for real. But go ahead, Nino. I'm sorry.
No, that's real talk. On Instagram, the radio station is at WQRB Radio. You know what I mean? And you can send your tracks to WQRBradio at gmail.com. That's R&B. R&B, you know what I mean? If you sending me something that's not R&B and you're like, yo, why ain't my song playing? Because it's an R&B station. Okay? I'm not like R&B stations, and I'm saying that because it was crazy. I'm listening to an R&B station that's playing Outkast. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing Outkast on R&B station. You know what I mean? I may play some melodic rap. I may do
If
that.
they're the
You know what I mean?
feature,
Yeah, you may.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know.
I may throw some ride wave on there. I'm gonna keep it real. You might hear that a little bit because that's a little different. That's more melodic than you know what I mean.
Facts.
Kendrick Lamar, you ain't gonna hear. You're not hearing Kendrick. You're not gonna hear LL Cool J. You're not hearing that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's more R&B
But
based.
you know where you can hear some Kendrick Lamar?
Where?
On Gotta Love Me Radio, home of the music and conversations that you want
You know what I'm saying?
I'm done with y'all.
to hear.
Hold on. We
But
gotta do that one more time. T-Quest, we gotta do that one more time. Go ahead, one more.
also, artists, you can hear your music on Gotta Love Me Radio, home of the music and conversation that you want to hear. But if you are an R&B artist, make sure you check out WQRB R&B Radio.
So if they need a voiceover person, we got somebody that does what? You do voiceovers as well. You've done voiceovers on our commercials. We just love your work. We love your energy. We just love you guys. I appreciate you
Gotta
guys for
love
being
me.
on the show.
I guess the slogan fits. There
Gotta love me world. Yeah, you ain't never lied.
it is.
I'm done with y'all. I ain't got nothing else. I'm done.
I don't think you guys can ever be done with us. We're just too great, but I understand Mr. Pocket. Yeah?
Shot fired.
Pew,
I
pew,
know this
pew,
is payback.
pew.
This is payback from what I said for her little. I see. I know what it is. This is
Yeah.
payback from when I made a
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. Okay. I got you.
Yeah, she saw it.
Yeah.
She hit me up too. She's like, so when am I gonna be on the show again? I said, I got you. We gonna make it
So
happen.
this was a setup from the beginning.
Hey.
I watched the show. I check
So
it
as
out.
far as your podcasting, let's talk about that. You got a podcast show as well. What's your podcast?
The Tika Show with DJ El Nino. Relatable, informative, yet entertaining. The show is dope. We have a great time. We chop it up. Have some credible guests, independent artists, mainstream artists, celebrity chefs, authors, people who raise turtles, whatever. It's all about having a show.
Wait. She just sneaked that in there.
Yes.
People that raise turtles.
Look, at the end of
It's
the
whatever.
day, we are all individuals. We all have our own special story and a story to tell.
I gotta hear
I
that
don't know
shit.
everyone's journey, and I don't know what everyone wants to be heard. So let's have a conversation. What do you want to talk about? What's on your mind? What do you want to promote? You know what I'm saying? Now we're more. There's a thing with radio and podcasts. Podcasts are usually touch on certain topics. With us, it's more like marketing purposes. If someone's really trying to sell something and promote something, so it's a little different. But the show is incredible and definitely has elevated since we brought on DJ Nino. But sad face to social media because he can't really flex the way he need to be flexing on the show.
It
He
is
can get
facts.
flagged,
That
so
is
that's
facts.
aggy. But we make the best of it.
It's facts. I mean, it got to the point that some people like, does he really DJ? No, I really do. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all may see me on the show like just playing songs, but no, I kind of really DJ. So,
And so just to piggyback off of that real quick, with the podcast, how long have you guys done the podcast? Has that just been through the pandemic, or was it before that, or how did that come about?
Well, like I said, I've been in radio for 10 years, and I've had different shows, different DJs, and different podcast shows. When it comes to the T Quest show, that started in 2019,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's when I moved from Connecticut. So I was actually, doing it from home and not at the radio station. And then Nino came upon the show about 2 years ago around this time because Snapchat showed me a memory and I was talking to one of my ex co-hosts, shout out to DJ I think Captain, and we were talking about him going on hiatus for that show and who should fill in. And I'm like, well, what DJ do you respect? He was like, well, I got a top 5. He was like, besides me, DJ El Nino, and maybe
That was
other
the only
3
one that
more.
mattered, I guess,
Like
right?
that's literally what he said. He couldn't think
facts.
of nobody.
Facts.
I
That's
got the
exactly what he
proof
said.
in my Snapchat memory, and then I literally
exactly what he
just
said.
watched it this morning because it just came up, and he was like, "Well," I said, "Well, I think he'll be perfect for the show," and he subbed for him on that show. And then when I was interviewing this celebrity on my show, I was messing up. The sound was messing up, and I was like, "I need help," and he was like, "I got you," and he's never left.
That's
Yeah, that
what's
part.
up. Now you mentioned celebrity, so you don't deal with just the underheard artists. You guys deal with celebrity guests as well.
Facts. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Facts. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All kind of artists.
They all putting out songs.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. I tell you like this. What was crazy is watching some of our interviews with people. You know what I mean. You can tell some of these artists are actually engaged in the interview. You know what I mean? Because sometimes celebrity, because we have, I ain't even gonna mention his name. Name ain't even worth it.
T
He
Quest
thought-
is back there laughing like she
because
must
she know what
know
it
this
is.
story.
She know what it is. Because he literally thought just because he had a name that people would care about him. You know what I'm saying? And would care about whatever this new basic music that he was putting out. You know what I'm saying? People thought he would care just because because it was. For real. It was so boring. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care who you are, what level you are. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're entertaining, you know what I mean? Period. You know what I mean? Period. And if we're giving off positive energy, because honestly, some people when they interview people, they boring. So I understand why the interview is boring. You know what I mean? They have no energy. They sound monotone as all hell. You know what I mean? So the whole complete interview sounds like that. You know what I mean? If you're not vibrant, you know what I mean? If you don't know how to throw a nice little joke in there to keep it light, the interview's going to be boring. So I love when we had Soul for Real on there. They was happy. You know what I mean?
I saw
Happy
that
as all.
interview too. That was a
Yeah,
great interview.
yeah. You know what I mean? Good when we had the troop happy as all hell. You know what I mean? So that's what I like. And what
Shout out
is
to Russell and Truth.
yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yep. Riff from the Lean on Me movie.
Oh, Riff. I forgot about
They
Riff.
were hilarious. That was
Forgot
great.
about
Really?
Riff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was to the point Nino's like, cut the show. We've been over an hour and a half.
Facts.
I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's so fun.
Facts. Yeah, yeah. They real talk. They didn't. It was like they didn't want to leave. We sitting there talking. I'm looking at the time. I'm like, yo, it's like an hour and 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And we still talking to these people. And we could have went on another 40 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, it's getting a little late. But they was happy. You know what I mean? So it's fun when we interview. Some of the more well known folks. You know what I mean? Because some people they like, oh, you interviewed X, Y, and Z. But sometimes interviewing, who we interviewed yesterday. That was a great interview as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Tori Helene.
Tori Helene.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Her music is sound, and she has a nice, personality. You know what I mean? Nice. We
Shout her
vibe
out one
nice
more
on the
time.
interview. Tori
Tori Helene.
Yes.
Celine. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She has a few songs out there on the R&B side that are like that should be heard by people. You know what I mean? So and she had a nice vibe. You know what I mean? Chanel, talk about Chanel. Chanel Narcissus.
Chanel Narcissus.
You know what I
yes,
mean?
I,
great.
I,
Chanel.
yeah, I love her. I love her songs. I love her energy.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, yeah. It's people like that that's like, okay, all right. I like I like rocking with y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
So,
doesn't matter if you're
It,
independent
it
or
does.
mainstream.
Real talk doesn't matter.
Either you have a personality or you don't.
Yeah.
Either you have a great song or you don't.
Or you don't.
You got a great vibe or you
Or
don't.
you
Or you don't. Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
That's what it is.
What would you guys say? But now let me preface this. Besides you guys connecting and meeting each other and pursuing your guys' relationship, what's been the highlight of your guys' career? Can you say
So far.
so far? So far.
The highlight is when that Cash App go off.
And you know what's funny? They were thinking the same thing. And look at his face.
Yeah, they both, hey, it's like if they were both in the room and make that eye contact with one another. You got me? I got you.
No, the reason why I say that is, and I'm gonna use you, J Dub, for a reason. We were interacting with strangers
Facts.
through social media.
Uh-huh.
There's so many scammers out there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So you don't know who's real and who's not.
Yep.
But you take a chance on them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we're putting the work out there. You see the shows, you see the incredible graphics. Baby, you're incredible. And we're letting you know that we are here. This is what we do. So when people take a chance on us, and then you get that ching ching, right? You know what I'm saying? And then you produce quality work, and then they're like, "Yo, this is incredible. This is dope." And you see the interaction. It's a beautiful thing. Even J Dub, we met in a random music group on Facebook, and then he was like, "Look."
I needed this. I needed XYZ done. Who can help me out? She was probably the only one that was in the group said, hit me up, this, that, and everything else. And that's what started.
But he was hesitant at first, which makes
Is
sense.
this why we don't get responses to the Nigerian prince?
You and this Nigerian prince, like
Wow.
y'all forgive him. Don't pay him no mind. Go ahead, T-Quest. Go ahead.
That's $14 million.
See what I'm saying? See the recklessness? So in the midst of it, J Dub was very hesitant, which makes sense.
Facts.
And then I just told him, like, look, this is a website. You can check out our work. You can check out our IG. You can see that we're active. And start with something small. And then when you realize and get comfortable, you realize we're legit. Like, we just here to help.
Facts.
And now we have
I forgot. I did do something small. I can't remember if it was a flyer. I think it was the flyer, the Rock the Mic Showcase.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, it was before that. Nah,
It was
nah.
before that. It was
Okay.
before that. You know what I'm saying?
What, Is that your one sheet?
No, actually, it was my EPK and one sheet. That's what we did. That's what we did.
We've done some things.
And then
It's
we
like,
did the conference call.
yep.
Yep.
And when you did a conference call, I said, look, the moment they say they like your stuff, stay on them.
Yep.
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 Stay on them. Like we interview every day, all day. Stay on. The moment they say they like it, get their name, get the IG, get the information, and just ask them, show them proof.
Facts. That part. That part. That part. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, folks? I want to get to the serious part of the show.
Oh,
Who you picking for the playoffs, man? Who you got?
Well, I'm looking at it right now. I'm glancing down. My squad's behind by like 7. I don't like that. As you see in my hat, I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm cheering for them. You know what I mean?
You
Big
gotta move
LeBron
on.
fan.
You
LeBron
outnumbered.
Back up. Yeah. We'll see you in the playoffs, sir. We'll see you in the playoffs.
Who is we?
The Suns, man.
The Suns? Okay. Oh, the Suns. The Suns with never mind. Real talk. I like Devin. You know what I mean? But I don't like nobody else on the Suns.
You know what? It's funny. I'm glad you said that. I like Devin. I like Tatum, but I don't like the Celtics. I can't stand them. The Suns, I mean, until they win a title, they aren't a threat. That's just my whole problem with them. Until they win a title.
They got a squad. You know what I mean? I'll say that. You know,
They had a squad a couple years ago and lost to Milwaukee. So,
yeah, so.
Can't deny that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 1-point game now. You know what I'm saying? It's a 1-point game. It was a 17-point game a little while ago. So now it's a 1-point game. Now I'm very happy. Now I'm a happy man.
See, I'm gonna tell you what happened. I made that special call to B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, and said, "Hey, man, we gotta get him on this show. So do whatever you can to blow this game out, so we can get him on here. We're waiting."
Well, it's good, man. Now it's a close game, man.
did Pocket just say he ordered dinner at Buffalo Wild Wings and he Uber eats it to us? What just happened?
I'm sorry, you guys are breaking up.
See what I'm saying?
There it is.
Oh, Lord. Man, what a great interview this has been. I want to keep going. You guys got time to sit and talk with us?
Yeah, because Buffalo Wild Wings didn't get here yet, so you got a few minutes.
Okay. So, on a serious note, I just want to get you guys' opinion about something, because what we do with our guests, not only do we get a chance to get to know you guys, but we bring some of our current events into it and just get your guys' opinion on what you guys may feel and think about it. So there was a situation that happened in Sugar Land, Texas. Actually, let me go back. I'm sure you guys heard about the situation that happened in Florida with the 2-year-old that went missing, correct?
All right, say that one more time.
Okay.
So in Florida, a few weeks ago, there was a 2-year-old that came up missing. His mother was killed in the apartment, and then I think the next day, the father was arrested. Well, not detained. He wasn't arrested yet. He was detained for questioning. Yeah. Then they came back and
arrested him. But make long story short, they ended up, the 2-year-old that went missing, they found him in the alligator's mouth out in Florida.
I remember.
The reason why I bring that story out, because something similar happened in Sugar Land, Texas, where it was a domestic dispute. A gentleman killed the mother in front of a 17-year-old boy and set the house on fire. We are starting to see an influx in this being, what would be the word that I'm looking for? Not so much publicized, but projected, right? How do you guys feel about the media lack of? Because this is something that's not making mainstream media. What do you guys feel about stories like that, or that particular story?
The lack of coverage
of serious issues like this.
Well, real talk. The way it is, it depends on who the victims are. You know what I mean? It's going to determine the coverage. Period. You know what I mean? If it's certain people aren't going to get covered when they die or kill. You know, honestly, if those were, you remember, what is it, John Bonet, whatever that person was.
Yeah,
you remember that? Yeah, that was covered crazy. You know what I mean? But there's other folks who aren't going to get that coverage out there. Period. You know what I mean? They don't care. I ain't gonna say they don't care. They don't care as much. You know what I mean? But there's other things that certain folks do that's gonna get always covered. You know what I mean? Somebody go out there and mug somebody, yeah, we're gonna cover the hell out of that. You know what I mean? Somebody,
A,
child's
a
missing and all that.
dog having new puppies, and uncover that for 7 days straight.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
They
yeah,
get
yeah. That's,
nationwide news.
Nationwide
yeah,
news.
yeah,
A
yeah,
white dog had 5 black puppies. Who do you think's the daddy?
yeah. That part. Yeah.
No, but
That's what it is.
and the reason why I bring it up is because we were actually talking about the lack of coverage in a lot of different things, and it's not just mainstream media, but local media as well. So, us being a media outlet, how do we combat that? How can we be able to shed light on certain situations? Now, I know you guys have your platform that's made for it's your platform. Um, Other platforms that's looking to get, what would be your advice to those that are looking to put their message out there?
I would say take advantage of your platform, promote your platform, be mindful of what you do and what you say. Because once it's out there,
That's right there.
We got you. We can hear you.
All right, try it again.
what you put out there and what you say, you can't get it back. So
Correct.
I tell people it's cool that you want to talk about certain things, but be very mindful of what you talk about, and you better make sure it's facts, because there's certain people that's in lawsuits right now from running their mouth too much. Okay, but if you want to talk about something that's serious to you, talk about it, right? Then take the time to actually promote what you're talking about. Then put the business side in there and learn SEO. Because that's going to help the traction of whatever you're talking about when it comes to Google searches. So you know exactly how to properly title your show, or the description, or the hashtags. When you conquer SEO, it actually helps visibility of whatever you're talking about. Tag some people, take advantage of social media. If you have a certain topic, talk about that in depth and take a little clip and add it on YouTube. Do your SEO. Same thing on IG. Talk about it on Twitter. Interact with people that's talking about the same thing. Drive them to your platform, what you're talking about. There's always ways of doing it. Social media is a gift and a curse. But if you know how to use it properly, the word will get out there. We've seen it over and over again. Like, it's just like industry music. They play certain things. Okay, that's fine. We have streaming platforms. We have digital tracking radio stations. Just use your other outlets. You can't always worry about them, because clearly they ain't worried about you. Mic drop.
Facts.
Now, staying on there with a lot of the topics, I want to pivot to a not so serious topic.
Okay.
Did you either of you follow boxing?
I do.
Okay, so what did you think about the
We
fight
just
past
watched
weekend?
Creed.
You said, we actually just watched Creed 3 yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's on another note. Okay, talk to me.
So what were your feelings about? Did you see the fight this past weekend, or did you hear about it?
Yes, I saw the ending of it. Yes.
Okay, so my question to you is, what are your thoughts of now them saying that Gervonta Davis being the face of boxing, even though he has no major title?
Well, I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into boxing as much as I was back in the Tyson era. You know what I mean? But I don't get that. You know what I mean? Back then, you had to have that trophy. You had to have them belts. You know what I mean? Nowadays it's different. Nowadays, if you got that personality, you know what I'm saying, folks like you, whatever, it's different now. You know what I mean? So I don't know why he would be the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, one last question I want to ask before we end here. What would be your message moving forward to the world? Shine that light on what your empire is going to be. What would be your to capitalize everything of what we talked about? What is that message?
Or actually,
Gotta love me.
actually, no. I'm going to take that and twist it a little bit. For the person that's thinking about giving up on their dream,
Correct.
what will be the message you would portray to them to tell them to keep going
Keep
forward?
going.
How would you portray that?
It kind of goes back to my quote. I do what I do so the future me can live her best life. So if you have a dream and it's times is hard, do you want to stay down? Do you like being upset? Do you like feeling defeated? It's not a good feeling. So do what you have to do to make yourself feel better, to heal yourself. Start from scratch. The answers to almost everything is in the palm of our hands, called our cellular devices. You know what I'm saying? So you can do like the pandemic. We all was shooken up at the same time. Either can be upset, stress out, and make excuses, or realize that we are always in survivor mode. So what you gonna do to eat? Figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, for a small fee of, you can contact T-Quest and DJ El Nino. 30 minutes to an hour would change your entire life. All you have to do is do the first step in contacting us. Gotta love me.
And on that note, folks, we want to thank you this week, DJ El Nino and T-Quest from GLM.
There it is.
Power couple.
GLM to PD&J Media Productions. We love you guys. Stay blessed. Stay tuned. And check us out next week. Until then, we love you.
Cheers.